You can see the before. So super rough cut. I had some tessellation in here, you can see. This was just, I knew I was just roughing these out, getting them close so they could go off for anodizing. Okay guys, we got the mill stripped down and gonna clean out the T-slots a little bit so we can stone the table. Let's go ahead and enter in MDI M8. It's machine code, it's G code for turning on the coolant flood. So then we just, down here I just hit cycle start, and there's our coolant pump. Grab the hose, and I can and then coolant stop. Alright, now we can stone the table. There we go. Alright, we got everything clamped in, and if I remember correctly, what I did was I used a thick parallel and just basically aligned the front edge of the fixture with the T-slot. So I got that guy, and then we'll get that guy sitting in there right. Yep, that should be it. And arrow that I put on there with Sharpie, arrow pointing into the machine, and we should be good. Now we just need to sweep this register right here, and that will indicate the center, and then we'll take a 3/4 and come in here and resurface all of the edges, all of the contact points, so we know we're flat and we establish a 0. Okay, so here's the Mastercam I created something like a year ago. It looks to me like the Z0 is on the top of this interface with the wheel on the fixture plate right here. And I can see that it leaves about 100,000 step, and you can see that that's ever so slightly below the surface right there. So I'll generate this toolpath, this contour right here, and see it right there. Generate that, let a 3/4 go in and true that up, and see if we're successful. Alright, we touched the tool off on the back side of that fixture. Just want to come in and clean up a lot of this stuff and just make sure the thing is flat, very flat. So, touched her off. Go ahead and set our Z0, and I'll hit cycle start, and it tells me to reset, and we hit cycle start again. There we go. Z is at 0. Now we'll go in and get the program. Let's see, program, transfer in, and browse over here, and there it is. Pull the program into the memory, and we're just going to run the program. And there it is. So we can see we just created it. And our first moves, we're going to use a 3/4, which is tool 2. That's what we've got loaded in. And makes a motion to there, turns the spindle on, 3500 clockwise, goes down, down. Oh, M8, there's our coolant coming on, and then it goes down to 0. And then we're going to start feeding, doing a radius in, cutting some circles. Yeah, so it looks right. Should be able to push go. Alright, so we got the fixture all cleaned up. All the edges are cut fresh, flat, true. So now we should be able to use these holes, essentially the lug nut holes, to bolt the wheel down. We'll actually use these to locate it, and then we're going to bolt it down on the perimeter out here since those holes are already drilled. We've got the 1/2-inch ball end mill tube flute mounted in the machine, and the wheel center is bolted down. I think we're just going to take a really light cut inside here just to verify that we're aligned properly, program's good, and we'll take it from there. A cut of about 5/1000 inch. I left 20 from the previous, and then it went off for black anodizing, and now we got 20 thou to take off. So I'm just doing a check on smoothing. I'd really like to work on getting this cut a little smoother. It's a feature in Mastercam. Just a shallow little tickle, and we'll see what we got. So here we go. Get some coolant going. Just a little. Okay. And lift it down. Pretty good. I think we'll just let that cycle run. Alright, we're just finishing up cutting the little ball mill work into the wheels. It's a lot of lines of code. But they're turning out real nice. Okay, so this is what we just cut. Now back plot of that. Maybe a little fast. You get the point. So we'll go ahead and turn that toolpath off, and the next one we're going to cut is using a flat 1/2-inch end mill. Go ahead and turn that on. It was optimized to do all this pocketing, so all this stuff inside is not necessary, but it's just easier to just run this again. I'm not in production, so we'll just make it happen, and we can backplot that guy and see what's going to happen. So yeah, looks pretty good. You can see the lead in, lead out right there with a little bit of overlap. And then the final, after we cut the windows to size, the final cut should be up here on this surface where the lug nuts bolt. There we go. Looks good. This is going to take something in the order of about 13 minutes. So we'll generate the code and get that cutting. Now we're taking out the windows, bringing them to size. Most of this is just to get the look correct to match the back wheels and to finish the pocket where the lug nut sits. Go nice and slow, the 4-flute end mill to get a great surface finish. This has only taken 20 thou material. Okay, you can see the before. So super rough cut. I had some tessellation in here. You can see this was just, I knew I was just roughing these out, getting them close so they could go off for anodizing. And we tied down our tolerances and put a little smoothing in there, and the finished product is here. And you can see all the tessellation is gone. It's a nice looking wheel. I can't wait to see it all put together. The rim halves that bolt here are black anodized as well, and it's more than likely going on a white car. So this will be a good looking package. Well, that's it. It's a wrap. Got all the machining done on the little windows here. And the next thing we got to do is cut the threads around the perimeter here. It's 40 holes in each wheel. I got to do a helicoil tap, so they're fine thread 5/16. Next video I'll show everybody how we put helicoils in. at least in that quantity, it's not an easy project. So that's what it looks like right there. This is dedication right here to wanting something truly custom and one-off. Again, Glenn at Sander Engineering made the rear wheels. We'll have some pictures of those, and did not offer a 17-inch wheel, so we made them. That's a hot rodder right there. So true dedication. It's a super cool project, and I'm really happy to be a part of it, and I'm happy to be able to contribute to my friend Sean's car. Hopefully we see that thing out soon, terrorizing the drag strip. And anyway, that's it for now. We'll come back after the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll come back after the new year with a little instructional on how to tap and install these helicoils.